What is up, guys? It is EternityDMR here, and today I'm going to be doing a sports edit tutorial for you guys after a long while. So today's tutorial that we are going to be doing is I will be showing you how to work with smart objects for your sports edits. Now, if you don't know what a smart object is, basically what a smart object is, well, I'm sure you've already know what it is because every time you drag a file, a new layer into your Photoshop document, if you want to do something to it, you always have to rasterize it, and that is because it's automatically placing it as a smart object. The nice thing about a smart object, you can use it for all sorts of things. You could use it so that way you can undo stuff. So if you put stuff in a smart object, you can add filters to the smart object instead of just the layer that's inside of it. So that way, okay then. So that way you can just add filters to the smart object instead of the actual layers itself. So that will be a lot easier, so that way you can just undo everything that you want. You can hide the filters you have, so you can make a lot of adjustments to it. So what I will mainly be showing you for the smart objects today is what we're going to be doing is I'm going to actually show you how to pretty much make a template for your edits. Now, I'm not going to go into that on this video. Like, I'm going to be showing you the basic part of it, but then I will actually be doing another tutorial for actually how to make the actual template part. So I kind of misworded that right there. We're not going to be actually making the template today. I will do that in the next video, but we will be doing a smart object tutorial where you can basically it'll show you so that way you can probably figure it out on your own how to do it. So to get started, we're going to need to make a new document. So what I like to do is for my new edits, designs, and everything I make, my new artwork I always like to do 2880 by 1800. It's just, that's actually the width and height of the Macs, like MacBooks and stuff, but it's also a nice resolution because it's high. It's very high resolution, and it's just a nice resolution overall where you can scale it down to make it still look nice, or if you need to crop it, you won't have to crop too much. It's just a very nice resolution overall, so I like to use that. Oh, and I also forgot to do one thing when we do it. Well, at least what I do is I also make the resolution 300 pixels per inch. It just makes it a lot better quality. So what we're going to do first, I'm just going to show you how to actually use a smart object. So I'm just going to drag this photo of Alfred Morrison and delete this. So you can see it has that little, I don't know, like square thing on it. That means it is a smart object already. See, if you rasterize it, it will take it off, and then you convert it to a smart object. So it already is a smart object. So basically what a smart object does is if you double click on this square right here, like in between, like where the thumbnail is, double click it, it brings up what's called a .psp file, and you can see on the original one it's big. The canvas is how we want it, 2880 by 1800. When you go into here, it is the size that fits perfectly around your Alfred Morris files, so the size of the file itself. So with that, now if I were to say drag this Tom Brady file in, and I delete the Alfred Morris, then I click Control S. You're gonna on your keyboard click Control S to save it, and you click the X, and now it's gonna be the Tom Brady in here. So then what you can do with this is I can right click, or you can go onto your smart object layer, and you can go to say filter, and we can add a skin to it. So I'm going to go to adjust. I'm going to show you my old main skin. It's a very good skin if you want to use it. So you just go to stylize collection, and then you go to HDR sketch. Just leave it like that, and then you go to filter, denoise, and you drag the overall strength all the way up and the adjust shadow all the way up. And then you go to adjust HDR collection and go to medium pop smooth, And this used to be my main skin. It's a very nice skin, as you can see. So now what we can actually do is, you can see when I go in here, the skin is not shown on here, but it is on here. So basically, with that said, you can drag the Alfred Morris file back in, delete that, click save. Now it's going to process everything once again, and once this is done, you will see the Alfred Morris has a skin on it. So you can make adjustments to this layer without having to completely delete it. So I can go in and go back in here and start fixing stuff, then just coming right back out, saving it, and it'll be how I want it. So that is the basics of smart objects. Now you can obviously do other stuff, like such as turn this, making a mask on it, making it into a mask layer, and then say going into your gradient tool and going like that. And if I were to do that, I go back in and drag the Tom Brady back in and let it process. You're going to see it's exactly the same. And I can even turn the opacity down, so I can delete this layer mask, and I can turn the opacity down. It's just going to change it on this layer. Actually, I don't know what happened there. Wait, hold on. Okay, so if I turn the opacity down on this layer, go in, and you can see it's still 100% on here, but not on here. So you can just do all sorts of stuff with it. So on the next tutorial, we're going to continue smart objects, but I'm going to show you how to make a template for your edits. So that way you can make a template for your style. So what I mean by that is, every editor has different styles that they like to do. They like to have, like, say you have a series, like I have a series called the Whiteout series. I have a template for that, so that way I don't have to redo everything every time. I just have to make some adjustments to make a new player and all this stuff, and I can do it. So a lot of people have that. They have their own style. They like to add new styles, and so you can, every time you make a new style, you can make a template for it, so you don't have to redo it every single time. You don't have to start on a blank canvas and have to recreate that style. You can just create it again, because once you do all the hard work, why would you want to do all that hard work again? You already spent the time doing it, so if you spent an hour doing it, you could probably recreate that and with a new player in less than 5 minutes. So that's what's the nice thing about templates. So that's what I'm going to show you guys in the next tutorial, and so I hope you guys stay tuned for that. I will actually be making it right after this video, right after I stop the video. So I should be uploading it soon as well. So yeah, guys, I will catch you guys later. Please like, subscribe, favorite this video. Thumbs it up if you like it. Leave me some feedback if you need some help. My Instagram page is DMR Visuals. If you have any questions, you can kick me or DM me on Instagram. My kick is EternityDMR, so you can kick me on that. So yeah, I will catch you guys later. Peace.